Alright, so it's Sunday, and I don't think we ever had Sunday coachings in PLO, but today is the day for some specific reasons. We are probably going to play for an hour today because I have a sore throat. Don't know why, but maybe 2 hours is too much for my throat, so let's do 1 hour and let's see what happens. We have around 190, 195 in our crowdfunded bankroll, so we are going to start with PLO 25 as usual, and let's see how it goes. If we have a rough day, then we can go down to PLO. Then I'm trying to find. We have this Mr. Florida Keys in every table here. He's and we see no, but he is playing every table. He's a multi-table regular, so I'm not too worried about him. He's not going to make any crazy moves. There's a lot of green players in the tables too. We have, wow, VK44 is on almost every table. Wow. In top 10 tables we have at least one green player on every table. Of course, some of these green players are regulars, but if they are green, it means for value. Green equals value equals money. So I'm going to probably change this table 1 once we get the HUD working. Unless some of these 4 is fish. As normal, be active, comment, ask questions, give opinions, and even if it doesn't relate to PLO poker or the coaching, you can use the chat anyway. It's always better if there's some activity. And that's something that I've been talking about a lot. If you just passively watch these coachings, then you might learn something, but if you participate and you're active, then you should learn a lot more. So if you have any doubt on my decisions or you didn't catch my reasoning for the decision, or I forgot to explain or couldn't explain why I do something, always ask. Then I can explain it to you through, and that's the whole idea of these public coachings. Yeah, it might be entertainment, but the educational value is that you have the opportunity to ask and interact with me and the other viewers. Now we got the HUD working, and here's Florida is 24-17-7. Pretty standard, regular. Table 1 limp spot, we flop the nuts with the redraw. So definitely have to donk in a limp spot. Do we have any notes on Florida? Yeah. Someone calls and we hit the flush. I think check call gives best value here. We have the straight flush open-ender, but if we bet, he's just going to fold all the garbage. And he might bluff this with some kind of combo draw type of hand. So definitely call here, and let's see, river. Fourth spade makes it less likely that he has the flush. And he pots it. And now we just have to figure out what did he call the flop with. Was he drawing the flush? We don't have any information, and he bets so big. I think that if he was bluffing, he might bet slightly smaller. So I'm going to fold my 7 high flush. Table 3, we hit the backdoor flush against VK44, and he bets big. It's the third nuts flush, so I don't think there's value in raising. So I'm just going to call. And he had an ace blocker. If you're watching the stream in Twitch, the Twitch chat is also on my other screen. So if you ask questions or comment, I can answer you. Demo 1, we forwarded his 3 bets out of position, aces, lot, kings, high rundowns. I'm going to call. Let's see what we hit. That kind of sucks because he has a lot of ace in his hands. We have middle pair and flush draw. Flush draw might be dead. I'm here on Devo 3. I was so concentrated on Devo 1. I should have c-bet the flop. Now when I check flop, check turn, I have to fold, but yeah, although there's an ace and he's a really tight player, he probably has ace in his hand. But some guy bets $8. Only thing we have is the weak flush draw, and for that this might be slow playing. I'm going to fold it. And he folds. Wow. He 3-bets out of position, and on ace high board he check folds. That's... Wow, I'm going to make a note out of that. So I don't understand why he doesn't represent aces on that board. He has a ton of folding equity. And if someone calls the flop and turn pairs the board, he has insane folding equity. But yeah, he's multi-tapping. He's on every PLO 25 table there is. So he has like 20 tables or something. So probably he just checks the flop and I miss it. Doesn't continue with the hand. Here in the one we flop the flush. We have 2 opponents, so I'm c-betting slightly bigger. Just for value. We have no history with these players, so no reason to balance out. And on table 1 there seems to be at least these 2 players might be green ones. Let's see until we get more hands from them. Now I have 7 tables open. I'm probably going to close some of those in orbit or 2 when I can see what kind of opponents I have. We have one of the green, a new green one on the other table. Table 1, don't want to compete on that board. We get the free flop and we miss it. No reason to fight against VPIP 71. Wow. We got 2,000 hands on the Florida keys, and his expected value is -5 buy-ins. Yeah, of course, 5 buy-ins in 2,000 hands might be due to variance, but still strange. on the outside table. We lose a pot against the Swedish green player. Calls the flop with pocket jacks and cut shot, and calls the turn bet with cut shot and flush draw and makes the backdoor flush. So, wow. Here on next hand against him, I'm actually going to pot it. We have top 2. Oh, he folded. He seems kind of player that doesn't care about equities or pot odds. If he wants to draw his hand, he is going to draw it. I might have called here, but he's going to be all in anyway. And we have the 4 deckies who might 3-bet out of position. 3-bet 11% out of position. Kings on table 2. Might be that the Sunday at 6 p.m. on Finnish time is not the ideal time for coaching, because so far no one has said anything in the chat. So it might be that I'm alone here at the moment, but at least you can watch this on YouTube later. For his bets, he c-bets only 50%, which is kind of strange. We have overpair, backdoor flush draw, and cut shot. I'm going to call once. And now we pick up the backdoor flush draw. So definitely I'm not folding here. And he thinks for so long, so he probably shouldn't have a really strong hand. Now the thing is that if I raise, if he has a set, it kind of sucks. But if he has some kind of king XXX hands, I can make him fold a ton. I probably can make him fold 2 pairs. Even if he has 2 pairs, we have decent equity. And yeah, I'm going to shove it. Yeah, and he folds. If I call and the river doesn't give me ace, straight or flush, it's going to be somewhat tricky. And he might call with the worst hand. Like, if he has king high, king XXX with the flush draw, he's kind of crushed. Oh, might have opened here. I thought he opened. Something wrong with my eyes. And here we flop just an overpair and forward his bets. I'm going to fold. And here we play 44. Strange that he c-bets only 48%. But yeah, probably what would be a good thing to add to my HUD is how often he c-bets in heads-up pots and how often he c-bets in multi-way pots. We know that he stacks off kind of light. And he opens 70% from the small blind. And we hit the top 2, so I'm actually going to shove 14 value. And protect my hand if he has some kind of ace, jack 10 9 type of hand. And let's see if he has the set. Oh, he has pocket eights. Wow. Well, pretty nice turn card for him. We had him pretty crushed on the flop, but he hits the one card that he can stack off, and we are drawing to 0 outs for win. Greenfish is asking that how to deal with fear when you are deep. The thing is that what are you afraid of? That's the first question. Because it's impossible to say how to deal with it if we don't know what you are exactly afraid of. You're afraid to make big calls, and why? Are you afraid of losing a big pot? Are you afraid of just making bad decisions? It's always important to understand the exact mechanism of your fears or any mental game aspect. And when you know exactly what you are afraid of, then you can work on injecting logic using rational thinking. And of course, it's totally fine if you are not comfortable in playing deep. No one says you have to play deep. You can always change tables. So, for the session, we are probably 1.5 buy-ins down because we lost to the Greek. Oh, he's not from Greece. Oh, he is. We play 44 when he hit the 1 out. Perfect turn card. We have 5,000 hands on him, and he's down only 75 at the moment. He was a lot more down earlier, but someone actually once told me what is his overall profits, checked from PTR or something similar. Steve Nashal is asking how many blinds I have for PL25. This is a little different. We are using shared crowdfunding. It's one form of staking, and it's only used for these coaching sessions. And we have around 8 buy-ins actually at the moment, or slightly less. But if I would play PL 25 with my own bankroll, I would say that, well, in short, 50 buy-ins is nice. But in terms of bankroll, there are so many things that affect our bankroll. One is our level of, or our skill level. If we know that we are definitely winning players, then we shouldn't have as big downswings as we will have if we are break-evenish or even losing players. So that's one thing. Second one is how keen are we to drop in stakes if we have a downswing. How easy it is for us to drop down to smaller stakes. Third one is, are we trying to play on our stakes, or are we trying to build up the bankroll for the higher stakes? And then there's the mathematical aspect and psychological aspect. Mathematical is we are figuring out how probable it is to have swings and what kind of swings. Do we want to drop down stages or not? Do we want our bankroll to be able to handle the swings? or are we using smaller stales to handle the swings? And then after we have the mathematical aspect, then we have to think, how does those downswings affect us mentally? Like if you lose 1/10 of your bankroll in one session, it might not feel as bad as if you lose half of your bankroll in one session. So those affect our decisions. And hello to 1E419. I'm here. I'm going to see bet. Oh, it's an outside table, so you don't know. Basically, we open pre-flop to steal against 46 and 8 fish, and we see bet with just a flush draw, and he raises and we fold. So that wasn't a good story. On the outside table, we won one buy-in against aces with our straight. So now we are back on break even. So Grillfish said in the chat that he is afraid of losing what he has won on the session. So then I would say it's a fear of losing your winnings. And it's pretty much the opposite of trying to get even for the sessions. And the first thing to understand and to accept is that your life is one big session. It doesn't matter what's the outcome of one session, because the next session, it doesn't have memory. Like if I play 3,000 hands and I play them in 1,000 hand sessions, I play 1,000 hand in 3 days back to back, and on one day I lose $20, on the next one I win $5, and on the third one I win $5. Now I have 2 winning sessions, 1 losing session. I might feel good. I won in 2 sessions, but I'm down $10. Then I played 3,000 hands in a row, and in the end I have minus $10. It feels bad. Or I played 2 sessions, 1,000 hand each, on 2 days. On first session I win $50, on the second one I lose $50, so I'm break even. If I wait 1 session, I first go up $50, then I go down $50, and it might feel bad if we are always thinking that we have to end up profitably in 1 session. So that's definitely a mental game error, that you are interested in outcome of 1 session. You cannot affect the outcome of 1 session. You cannot decide that you win, because no matter what you do in poker, you can lose. You can make perfect decisions and lose a lot of money. Here on table 3 we open, and for at least 3 bets from here. That really sounds like aces, but we can cold call, and the button is going to call us anyway. So we can enter a huge spot, and we have nut potential. We have straight possibility, set of queens, and the nut flush. And kaboom. There we go. And then we just get the money in. Probably we are not going to get action on this board, but... Oh, he might have a set. Oh, he doesn't. That would have been nice if he had a set. Here on table 4, I'm going to probably check call with the 2 pairs. let him bluff, and he had just a pair of deuces and a cut shot. Wow, nice hand, sir. He don't. I'm going to make a really small raise. Oh, he calls, so he has a queen or something. Yeah, he can have the pot. 1E419 says on Twitch that he started to play 3 days ago, and I appreciate coaching as well. Good to hear, and hope it has started well for you. I've said earlier that some years ago when I was not comfortable playing 200 BPs deep, it wasn't the fear of losing money like with Greenfish. It was about that I was pretty confident on my play with 100 BB stacks, but with 200 BBs, the turn and river plays changed dramatically. Especially out of position, you cannot commit yourself on the turn. And I was real uncomfortable in playing 200 BB pots. So I did so that every time when I had over 150 BBs, of course it was easy as I was playing Zoom, but when I had 150 BBs or more, I just set out and reload 200 BBs. I didn't see a reason why I should or why I had to play in a game that I didn't feel like being comfortable. And then I just practice playing 200 BBs deep, and when I finally felt comfortable, I stopped reloading. Yeah, probably someone has said to Greenfish earlier that you should get that mental game of poker. It has really, really nice stuff on how to fix mental game mechanics. And there's pretty nice coverage on fear of losing. You are afraid of to lose your profits. And yeah, I can totally relate. I had that at one point when I had a lot of winning sessions and I built up the bankroll. When I run hard, then I was kind of afraid to play because I was afraid that I'm going to lose my precious winnings. And that's not good either. But meanwhile, while you are trying to solve the problem, you don't have to pay 400 BPs deep. If you double up and there's another big stack on the table, just change the table. Because in PLO, if you are playing 200 BPs deep, it's really different than with 100 BP stacks. On the mode 2, I'm going to call. Probably we create multi-way pot, and ace queen 10 with nut suit has decent play within multi-way pots. If I hit some of my draws, they are going to be the nuts. Let's see what kind of tables we have at the moment. Is any of those a really, really bad one? Here we hit top pair and just backdoors on table 2. Table 3, neat. Only one fish, a lot of nits. Probably going to change table 3. Of course, there is the VK44. Oh, he's been on 2 tables and tournaments. And we are on the other table that he has. On table 2, I don't want to bluff that turn. There are 3 opponents, so probably someone has something-ish. Um, Grillfish says that when he's down 3 binds, then he's fearless. Well, that's probably because you want to get even. You take risks to get even. You are not afraid of losing more because you have already lost money. So you just want to win money at any cost. Johnny is saying 10-9-6-5 double suited fold. How can I snap fold? Well, now I don't remember the table. If you can tell me what table it was, then I can try to find the hand. But 10-9-6-5 is far from premium hand. But as I don't know what table it is, what situation it is, I can't really comment on was it a good fold or not. Ace King 8-8. Oh. I'm going to fold. Because we have the set of 8s, pretty much the only thing that we can hit there. So Johnny, you're confused about the fold. Let me know what table it was so I can explain. And it might be that it was my mistake or I had reason for it. I just don't know yet. Can't remember the hand. Oh, we make the backdoor flush. I'm going to value bet against smaller flushes here. Table 4. If someone raises, they have full house, definitely. And we got 2 calls. Wow. And he had trip 6s. Now that was optimistic. On the outside table we won. Let me show it to you here. We made small 3-bet to isolate the opener. He called, we flopped the set and we stacked him off. He had only backdoors. So we continued with huge equity. And this is exactly the reason why I really like to 3-bet with these small double paired hands to isolate people. Because the set value goes up in a heads up pot. Oh, really nice flop here. Level 1. Because if he opens and I just call and he c-bets and I raise, or if I was out of position I check raise the flop, he might not stack off with just top pair and weak kickers. But in 3-bet pots, people stack off with top pair all the time. So you get more value for your smaller sets in 3-bet pots. Here we have backdoors and the flush draw, and he just doesn't want to fold. So I'm going to check back and let's see. Now the turn is really good for us. Gives us a lot of equity. So even if he pots, we have equity to call. It was bottom left. It was UTG. Oh, that hand is fold from UTG for sure. don't even have to look at it if it was UTG. Every time when you open a hand from UTG, you second nuts. Oh, we can definitely raise second nuts for value. If he shoves, we can fold. But if he has smaller flush, he's going to call. He might call with the straight. And he folds. No harm done. When you open hand from UTG or play hand from UTG, you have to be prepared to play multi-way pot. Because often from UTG, if you open and the middle position calls, it creates domino effect and everyone calls. And every time when you are in a multi-way pot, you want to have a nut potential. 10, 9, 6, 5 double suited doesn't have almost any nut potential. Like, give me a board that you have the nuts or draw to the nuts. Your flush draws are weak. To have any kind of straight draw, you need 7, 8 on the board, and even then, some of your outs are not to the nuts. So what happens with 10, 9, 6, 5 is that you often hit something, but that something is not strong in multi-way pots. So you get flush over flush, 2 pairs over 2 pairs, straight draw over straight draw. A lot of times with that hand. So I would say that every time when you open from UTG, you need to have a strong hand that has a nut potential. And 10, 9, 6, 5 doesn't make good wraps. You need 7, 8 on the board to have a wrap. Of course, if 7, 8 comes on the board, you have a wrap. But then you can just calculate how often 7, 8 comes on the board. Here we have a cut shot only. On the outside table we have the top set, but seems that we don't get any action. Too bad. And here, Remedy. Oh, he's so tight that I'm going to c-bet for semi-bluff. And he calls and we pick up open ender. I'm going to barrel him down. Oh, now I don't have to because I make the straight. That always changes. Check call gives best value. You can bet he's missed flush draws. And he had queen 6. Okay. And table 3, quite active. I'm going to call 4-way pot, and we have some ways to hit hard enough to stack off. But this table is not good. All the regulars are behind us. So I'm going to sit out this one. Normally I wouldn't even complete with this hand, but now it's a 6-way pot and we have to pay 0.6 big blinds. So if we can, and here we have top 2, I'm just going to pot it. It's a limped pot. People will never raise me here with bluffs, so I can be pretty sure that when he draws, he should have either some kind of weak made hand or a lot of draws, and I'm going to barrel the turn. If he has 5-3, he raises, and we are happy to fold. And he does. So he has 5-3. And what table I do? Maybe this one. There's couple of greenies. Oh, Johnny is asking on Twitch that would I beat Sigmund Sahamies? I'm going to call here green player 150 BBs deep. We have some set value, definitely. And now we can see the free turn. Kaboom! We make the flush. Should be pretty nice situation because he shouldn't have flush ever, and he calls on flush boards with all kind of junk. But no action. Would I beat Sahamies on heads up PLO for rolls? Well, I don't know, but let's say this. Let me put it this way: that I don't have edge over Sahamies, but it's PLO. I can definitely beat him in one session. Even playing blindfolded, but it's unlikely. Sahamies is actually a very good player. His style is pretty crazy, and when he plays drunk or in hangover, he's probably not profitable, but overall he's a very good player. One of the best. On outside table we make small isolation 3-bet here with double paired hands. And then we miss the flop here. We got top 2. Actually, we got top 3. I'm going to just raise it, create the pot. He checks. He might have aces, but when he checks, I think he's going to check fold. What happens here? He's such a shorty that I'm going to shove. We block all the sets. And he has set of sixes, so that was a bit unlucky. But we can mark him as a green. Sorry for that. We had a small moment of silence. We're going to play for 15 minutes more. And then in the end, let's see what the situation is. Here on table 3, I'm basically opening just to steal the blinds. I don't think Fordek is... He folds 78% to small blinds. And now he donks. Wow. Do we have any information on his donking range? We have 2 pairs. I'm going to call and let's see. On this turn I probably raise him because he has a lot of draws in his hand. I don't think he ever should donk here with the set. I know he slow plays sets. He donks 23% of the time. So let's go for little variance and basically shove here on the turn. Yeah, the doorbell sounds... Sorry, I don't have a separate room today. And he folds, so yeah, he had a weak hand. That's exactly the... Oh. Now I have a cramp on my leg. Damn. Oh, now it relieves. Wow. We had our American football playoff game yesterday, and it went to overtime, so I'm pretty exhausted. Here we have top 2 and cut shot definitely stack off versus regular. And now we've got 3 pairs and a flush draw. If he had 6-9, then he has the straight, but I would think that Jack 9, 9-10 is more of his range. And when I bet the turn, I can easily have 6-4, 6-9. And I would definitely check call with that. So if I check and he shoves, I'm pretty sure he has the 9-10. But he insta checks behind. And he had pocket queens and he calls the flop. Well, that's probably why he's not making profit. Here is, we have the aces on the outside table. And we, oh dear. I'm going to put it here. 3-bet against 2 fishes. Crap, let's see if we can see the free turn. Because we have 2 backdoor flush draws. Okay, now I'm pretty happy. I'm just going to stack off here. Because, yeah, we were ahead. I'm going to stack off because we often have the best hand. That was justice. Here is the reason why I don't like to donk. I have seen in some articles that you have to have around 15% donks to be balanced or something like that. I don't agree. I think that in normal situations, in a vacuum, in a single race boards, you don't need to have a donking range. Like, he donks 25% of the time and he check raises 10% of the time. If he donks on this board, then to balance out his donking range, he needs to do it with sets too. If you never donk with nuts, oh man. But he's not that aggressive. I believe he has the straight actually. He's so passive other ways, and 4 out of 5 rivers he has been aggressive, but he has won pretty much all of those. I'm going to fold. Here, because he needs to donk with strong hands, and if you donk here 3-way with pocket queens, then the problem is that you are just isolating yourself against really strong range. So every time when you actually have the set, opponents are just going to fold all the hands they would have c-bet with. Here we don't have a straight on the outside table. Yeah, have to fold. You don't see it, but it was this type of hand. We call it the flop and fold the turn. The problem is that when you donk with your nuts, you just miss value against the air from opponent, which means all the c-bets that are bluffs or semi-bluffs. But if you only donk with drawing hands, then any decent regular, when he knows that, it's quite easy to play against you. So the situations where I would use donk bet is if I have hit the board and the opponent doesn't c-bet a lot. There's a big chance that he's going to check behind. Then I just have to put money in the pot in some way. Or multi-way pots when there's a good chance that the flop goes checks through. Someone on the tweets. Someone from Finland is asking tips for backrow management because he always goes bust though. I would say that if you go bust though, it doesn't matter what your backrow management is. You're going to be bust though anyway. you are a losing player, there isn't a bankroll management that is going to turn you to a winning player. You can only just slow down the process. He's asking that, is it hard to grind with $50 from PLO2 to PLO25? No, it's not hard if you're a good player. If you are not, then it's hard, because it might fail for eternity. But if you're a good player, you should have like win rate of 20 BB per 100 hand in PLO2. So every 1,000 hands you win $4 plus rate back. So let's say $5 per 1,000 hands. And you have $50, you can take shots to PLO10 at $100 or so it shouldn't take that long if you are a winning player. Another one just checked the river and he had a king. On the outside table, forward at his raises, as we have top 2. And you can definitely raise. Do we want to really? I'm not going to stack off with top 2. Nah. Here he folded the river, we bet the flop turn, and on the river he finally folded. If we were 100 pips deep, I would have stacked off with top 2, but forward at least should have a strong hand when he raises for pot on Jack 6-4. The only hand that we are actually ahead is some kind of wrap and we are flipping. Oh, how nice river. I have played poker signs for since 2006 or so, but yeah, for first few years I was really recreational player and lost a lot of money, and at some point I got introduced to PLO, and then there was this one summer that I had a friend of mine who started PLO too. We met on the internet forums, and then we kind of learned it together over one summer in Skype. We talked like hours every day about PLOs with each other sessions, and that couple of months in one summer was really helpful. Let's see if we can make up any interesting hands. We have to finish soon because I'm going to bet here. Number 1. We have some folding equity. If someone calls, we still have the flush draw. And I don't want to check and give them the room to bluff and check call. It creates some nasty river situations, but 5 of clubs is not a good card to continue. And we cannot represent anything, so no reason to do anything funny on the river. Table 2, half a pot C bet works often enough to be profitable. It doesn't matter if he folds here or not. Once we make the half a pot C bet, he's going to fold often enough. And when he calls, we just give up. He probably bets here. and we just fold. Try kings on table 2, but definitely open. One thing to remember is that you don't want to hit the top set in a limp spot. You don't want to hit the set of kings on a limp spot open. You can win pot with c-bet, you can take the kings to showdown. If you hit the set, you can get much more value. Here we have a bottom end cut shot. But I have a feeling these players will call with pretty wide range here. But he donks now, so I give credit for 5-7. Mean bet. He's a mean better. And he oh my god. He had cut shot and he had pocket queens and they managed to play a big pot. Wow. Too bad they both left now. I would have liked to play with them. Oh, should have c-bet here. I forgot that I opened pre-flop. I was so concentrated on these two fishes that. But when he bets, he probably has ace, so making a bad decision actually saved us money this time. It's so rare that the button limps. So I was just seeing that he opened. And I called with rundown, and on that board I would check fold. If you open pre-flop in a heads-up pot, I would say that always c-bet unless you have a good reason of not to. Because checking instead of c-betting creates a lot of problems for the turn and river. And 9-8, 6-5, slightly better. But still needs 7. He's going to fold, but he's going to call. So it would create multi-way pots, so I'm folding that rundown. Yeah, I have the old headset because now I don't have a private room for the coaching. So if I use the tabletop microphone, then there would be a lot of background noises. You have heard some of those even with the headset. So if I had the tabletop microphone, then there would be a lot of background noises. So that's why I'm using the old headset. I hope it has worked fine. And let's see, one more interesting spot and then we can close the session because of my sore throat. So those of you who missed the starting, I have a sore throat for some reason, so I can't speak for 2 hours. This 1 hour is probably enough. Table 1, let's see what happens. Well, probably nothing happens because we kind of missed the board. And I'm not going to bluff. There's nothing we can represent here on the river. And he had pocket sixes. Wow. On the outside table, this happened. Well, I'm just going to mark a few players. Oh, there's a green one. Some kind of Russian fish 3 bets us. I'm going to call. You can hit the straights, all kind of stuff. And on this board, we just fold. You can wait for a while. This hand on replayer, blind versus blind. Oh, we can replay. Let's use the replayer. He opens, we call on the flop. He bets half a pot. We raise $2. We risked $2 to win $2.3. So he folds like. If he folds 50% of the time, we make a profit. So even if he calls with any queens, any overpair, any flush draw, he's going to fold at 65-70% of the time. So we create a lot of profit. And he folds. Those are really profitable flops. Oh no, now we have the cat attack. Our cat is sneaking by my laptop. Hope he doesn't press any keys. And I think we can sit out on the next big blind. And let's see, how did the session end? I suppose we are making profit, not sure. You never know, I might have just forgot some of the stack offs. One table opened, we can put that one there for a few hands. And the second one opened, we can put that one there. Paddy's queens 5-way. Green one on the button. Pretty close, but 5-way I'm going to open. I don't think Fordelis is going to do anything crazy because we have 2 fishes on the table. Of course, I'm not sure if he cares for what kind of opponents he has because he's playing 20 tables. And we sort of missed the board. We have the flush draw. I'm going to check and see if turn improves. And it kind of doesn't. And he doesn't attack this board, okay. And river doesn't help, so probably lose the pot. Someone has ace. No, wow. Oh, we can't even see the replay. Well, I'll be damned. Where is my pocket tracker? Let's see how the session is. Sorry for this short session, it was just for an hour. Well, that result, I would raise bear queen, especially against players that know that I'm going to raise with air. And the thing is that on paired boards, there aren't many players on PLO 25 or even PLO 50 who would re-raise as a bluff. If they see that I raise, they would re-raise as a bluff. I know one who does that, it's me, but I haven't seen a lot of players who would re-raise fold like on those situations. So even if they think I'm bluffing, the most common way to adjust is to widen their calling range. And with that way, he cannot exploit. He cannot have wide enough calling range to stop me from making instant profit. So yes, I would definitely raise with queens. Of course, sometimes against regulars, on those board, if I have air, I just call the flop, and if they check the turn, then I bet. That's one option. So there are two ways to attack those boards. Out of position, check raise is better. In position, you can raise or you can float. But the thing is that the only way the opponent can prevent me from making profit if they see bet the whole range is that they start to re-raise me as a bluff. Widening up calling range is not enough. Okay, today PLO 25 fish. Well, decent. Oh, we didn't have any. Oh, we had one all-in situation, but the opponent was drawing almost dead. Here is the session. Let's see. It's so strange that the EV and winnings are exactly the same. Why is our EV negative? Oh, here, so, oh, that's why. It wasn't like this. So our EV is actually minus, and we won 12.28. Okay, now that makes sense. Where did we run under EV that much? Oh, here with aces we had 67% equity, so we ran slightly over. Here we had 91, and that's about it. All right. 1E419 is asking where did Angela go from background. Well, I had to change Angela. It's Raiders time. NFL season started. It's preseason and have to support silver and black. So $12.28 as a profit. Have to be happy about that because we lost $25 to that one out miracle turn against VK44. But despite of that, we ended up winning. So have to end here within 1 hour. So sorry for that. On next week, we probably have the coaching on Friday. I think might be 9:30 p.m. at Finnish time. I have to check the calendar. I'm not sure, but I suppose that we are going to do it on Friday in a normal slot, and it's going to be Finnish evening. Thanks for everyone. Nice that we had some discussion, and special thanks to Grillfish who opened up his mental game. I know for sure that it's not easy to talk about your own mental game leads and issues. So special thanks for him to opening up the discussion, and thanks everyone on the Twitch. Hope to see you on Pokerimania's chat. You know it's free to sign in. So see you there. Now have a safe Sunday from me and see you all next week. Bye bye.